Hello, everyone. Aloha. Muddy
Aloha.
just hit the camera. Hey, nice to see you. As you can tell, we're in the beautiful state of Hawaii, and we brought our Lysol, so we're going to be safe out here. And we really appreciate you joining us.
There's
Um,
plenty of UV light.
yeah, it's pretty bright out here, but the sun is setting, as you can tell, and yeah, it's pretty nice. They even let us fly Muddy. You know, traveling right now really isn't too bad. Um, it's the plane was really empty. We brought our couch and brought Muddy, and it all went really well. So, cheers. I wish
Cheers.
you could join us, but we're glad that you can join us here on Facebook. The good thing about this is we can travel and still do our gigs and just phone them in. So it's kind of like working from
Woo!
home. Yeah.
That's strong.
Who made
It's
that?
so hot here. It's really.
Here's cheers to Annie and Kim. If you're out there, they supplied us this great pad that we're at right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're gonna play some special Hawaiian music, sort of.
Right.
Actually, one song that's remotely related to Hawaii because it's in the lyrics.
It's about getting laid.
Yeah. So here we go. We got our lays. Um, all right. Well, let's get to it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You have to wait.
We, thanks everybody for joining us. We do have to thank Deer Island Studio, which is a graphic design studio as well as a photography studio. They're based in Nehalem. We like to give a little shout out to small local businesses, and they sponsored our trip. So Deer Island Studios, they also did the photography on our first EP, Yellow Roses, and the photography on our second album, I Loved You So.
I'll be right back.
Where you going?
Get the album.
Oh,
You don't have I'm looking for the tool. Did you use it?
it's right here.
Oh. Hmm.
Women always know where everything is.
Yeah. It's because you take them from
It's 'cause I
you take it from the men. So yeah, this is the album right here. It's called "I Wanted You." We're releasing this officially. Many of you already have this because it's been around locally, but we're releasing it nationally on May 1st. And so next Friday happens to be May 1st, and we're going to do our CD release show. On this show, we're going to play only music that's original, and it's going to be off this album, which is like the White Album, except there's more than the White Album. So that's cool. And our special interview guest next week is going to be Jason Wilbur, John Prine's guitar player for the last 24 years. So we're going to look forward to talking to him. Anyway, let's carry on.
All right. Hi, Brian.
What
Hi, Andy. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Pamela.
what are
All
we
right.
playing?
Well, go easy on me. I'm a virgin. We're going to play Let's Talk Dirty in Hawaiian by John Prine and Fred Collar. All right. One, two, one, two. Well, I packed my bags and bought myself a ticket to the land of the tall palm tree. Aloha, old Milwaukee. Hello, Waikiki. I just stepped down from the airplane when I heard her say, It's a ukulele Honolulu sunset. Listen to the grass skirts sway. The steel guitars are playing. Sorry, this is a really important part. I screwed it up. It's a ukulele Honolulu sunset. Listen to the grass skirts sway. Drinking rum from a pineapple out on Honolulu Bay. The steel guitars are playing while she's talking with her hands. Gimme, Okanoka, make a wish, I wanna polka words I understand.
Hey!
Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, whisper in my ear. Kikapuka moka wawahini, all the words I long to hear. Come lay your coconut on my tiki. What the heck, a mooka mooka dear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. Wow, we made it through another verse and chorus.
Good job.
Why am I so pale?
Get sun in the morning.
I feel like a vampire. Well, I bought a lot of jungle with my moolah, and I sent it to the folks back home. I never got a chance to dance the hula. Well, I guess I should have known. When you started talking to the sweet Wahine underneath the pale moonlight, Okanoka, what I said, a nakaraka, sistum kakasho, I said it right. Hey, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, whisper in my ear. Wikapuka maka wawahini, all the words I long to hear. Come lay your coconut on my tiki. What the heck, a mooka mooka dear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. Oh, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. Aloha.
Oh, that was really nice. That's Julie's first ukulele song.
Woo!
And
Giant Tiger!
we play that whenever we're in Hawaii. Yeah, on the Big Island, by the way. All right, well, let's see.
Thank you for enduring.
Yeah,
You guys
we
are
appreciate
real
your support.
sports.
Throw us some hearts.
Heart, heart, heart.
All
Love,
right,
love, love.
so if you tuned in, did you want
Here's a lay.
to pay attention?
Oh,
to
I do
this
want to pay
stuff?
attention to that.
We worked hard on it.
We worked it real hard.
All right.
So this is a book by John Prine. It has over 100 songs in it. It's called Beyond Words. It's absolutely beautiful, and it has a lot of old pictures in it, stuff that you can't just look up online. And that was Let's Talk Dirty in Hawaiian. And it's green. Look.
Nice. Wow, you could look at that. All right, that's enough of that book. Yeah, it's a great book. Well, greetings from Hawaii. So, it's a very special part of the show. But first, if you were here last week, you remember we tried to get Curtis on the line, and he was. I had some technical difficulties. There was basically some gremlins and cockroaches in my computer, and they were messing things up. But I think I hear him calling right now. So I'm going to see if I can. I think I'm going to see if I can get this to work. Mr. Curtis Salgado.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
How you doing, bud?
Hi, Dean, Julie.
Hi.
Say hi to the people out here. Oh, looks like I got to move over.
Where are you guys? Hawaii?
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah, we're in Hawaii.
Yeah. Sorry.
I heard the song. Yeah. And it's no. I'm so glad you guys are paying tribute to John Prine. It's very cool.
You got any John Prine stories?
I was used to work with Lloyd Jones at this place called, or Terry Robb, it could have been one or both, at this place called the Dandelion Pub. And I went to go see Frank Zappa at the Schnitzer. And I'd never seen Zappa before, but I'm a big fan of his since I was 13. And so I went to see Frank Zappa, and who opened up the show was John Prine. And so this lone guitar player comes out. And when I left the Schnitzer, I was thinking about John Prine. I was like, who was that? I was like stunned. And he did, Hello in there, and he did the Dear Abby, and he, his first and second record and stuff. And he basically killed the audience, just, and I mean, Zappa was great, a big band, but, his, Zappa's like satirical, and his, commentary on everything and everybody in his songs and stuff. But John, man, so here's the story. The punchline is the next night he came to see us play, and just standing around, this is back in the mid 80s. And I look at this guy who's standing in the dance floor. There's nobody there. He's just kind of over. And I go, were you the guy that opened up for Frank Zappa? He goes, yeah, you guys are. And he was really nice, and we talked. He stayed the whole night, and he was a very nice gentleman. Of course, you could tell by his music that he was just a solidly nice guy. He just knocked me out, Right. That's to me, John Prine's songwriting is, up there with Dylan to me. People probably going to hate me for that, but it's just warmer. He's so warm. It's just warmer to me, and I like Dylan a lot. Me personally, I didn't really get Bob Dylan or that stuff. I wanted someone I want Sam Cooke and Little Walter,
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, I get it, And now that I write songs, or let me say, try to write songs, those two guys and a lot of other songwriters mean a lot to me. So
are you working on anything right now?
I've got 12 songs in the can that I'm going to, when all of this goes away, this COVID stuff, hopefully. So everything's on hold. So I have 12 songs recorded and ready to go and to shop. And that's what I'll do. 12 original songs. I've got a brand new record coming out. Just don't know where or when yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I'm on hold. But hey, I'm a musician. So canceled gigs, kicking back. I'm clean and sober. Yeah, this is my wheelhouse, man. This is like, this is, staying indoors and playing Xbox and trying to write songs all day. I've been playing piano. That's it. So I'm really working on my piano.
All right. I want to hear some.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
maybe someday I'll release it,
Play on your record. There you go. Well,
yeah, I did a song with the Alan Hager record.
Oh, nice.
I did it. Yeah.
Well, I miss that guy. You guys went to Guam or something like that, right?
Oh, that's good. That's good news. Alan and I went to Guam and Saipan, and we did it. When I was hired to do the gig, this guy called me up, a good friend of mine, and said, "Why don't you guys come over here and play?" And I said, yeah, it's very nice there. So, so that was in February, and the word about COVID wasn't out. Yeah. And by the time March 11th came around, the country was shutting down. But Alan and I took a risk and went forward. I was in contact with people, but it freaked my girlfriend out, and I was a little concerned. I was concerned. But here's the story. Went to Portland Airport. Everything's shutting down. The airport was empty, but flights were going. So we got on an airplane, and it was half full. There was no first class. There was no business class. we took wipes. I was armed with wipes and bleach and this and that, and had masks, and we went on. I've had a lot of medical issues over the years, and I had a little box of masks that, so we went armed to the teeth. I wiped everything down, Alan did. And basically, get this, it was Portland to Seattle, Seattle to San Francisco, San Francisco to Honolulu, Honolulu to Guam. And the planes were empty. All the airports were empty. And so, when I came back home, I was kind of in the doghouse, but I don't blame it. It was, we didn't think we'd be coming back in, because everything was just, each day was different. Yeah. Each day was a little, it's like, God, are we even going to get, I was thinking we'd only get as far as San Francisco, but it wasn't. It all moved quickly, and nobody asked me anything. They didn't say, are you sick? What's your temperature? So we were lucky. And I stayed indoors for 14 days. I still, I have my significant other, my lady, I go to the grocery store, I stay in the car, Yeah. And I look over, and there's another old man sitting in a car, and a couple of others, their wives. So I just like I'm a dog or something, I kind of like it, So, so I stay in. She ain't letting me around it, Well, I just bring the belt in my teeth and drop it at her feet and go, let's go out, So.
Well, I'm glad you guys made it back healthy and that you're doing good. And I miss you. And hopefully we'll have you back at the theater and we get that going again this fall or summer. And looking forward to seeing you again and giving you a big hug.
That would be so nice. That would be so nice. I mean, this is, this is unreal. We had it in the back of our minds. Come on, we've all heard this. I remember on the History Channel, like the 5 things that could destroy planet Earth. It was an earthquake, it was a tsunami, it was the meteorite, and it was a pandemic, Yeah. And here it is, and we got caught with our pants down. But you know what, man? At least it's not back in the Middle Ages. We got technology. Everybody's cruising. Oregon seems to be doing really good, just following rules, and nothing more I want to do than play. That's all I know how to do. Yeah. Now I got to go. I want to do it. We need to connect. And so, but this ain't bad. And I really appreciate you asking me. So. If are you being watched by an audience? If so, you tell them I miss them all. Will you do that for me?
Yeah. They're saying, love you, bless you, hello. They love your heavy piano playing, and I'd have to scroll, but
practice.
Everybody's saying hi.
Yeah, all right. Tell them I love them.
All right. Well, love you, buddy, and great to talk to you. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Peace.
Peace. All right, that was Mr. Curtis Salgado. We're so glad to have him. All right. Yeah, that story was telling about the airplanes. That was real similar to when we came out here to Hawaii. It was nobody was on the plane, and speaking of that, is our dog around, Muddy?
Oh,
who wants to say hi to Muddy? Oh, I don't know. Probably isn't.
Is it Muddy? It might be time for you.
No, it's not. But
it's not. Oh, he's looking at us like.
Anyway,
I can't believe they let us bring him here.
We're gonna play a song right now called "Lucky Lips," and man, I really love playing this. Speaking of Alan Hagar, I really love playing this with Alan, but I can't do that right now. So it's just me and this goofy ukulele bass, but this fit on the plane. It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's small. That's a great thing about this. My upright would not fit. So, can you say something else about this?
Sure. Well, Lucky Lips is a song that Ruth Brown made famous in 1957. And 1957 was also the first year of fuel injection. The first car was the 1957 Chevy Corvette. And you can recognize that from other years because the 57 Corvette had single headlights instead of the double headlights. And it also had underneath, right behind the wheel well, and it had like a kind of like a swoop that was white. And then if the car was black or rocket red, there was that white swoop, and then it said fuel injection. So anyway, this song's from 1957 by Ruth Brown. It's called Lucky Lips.
Cool. We play this with the United by Music sometime.
We do.
So we should mention them. They're a great organization. Amanda and Barbara, we love you, and all the mentors. It's a great thing. It's really weird to be a performer and not be able to go out of your house, except when you go to Hawaii, which we're very fortunate to do.
Yeah, and hello to all the artists as well.
Yeah.
We miss you guys. Hope you're hanging in there.
All right.
When I was just a little girl with long and silky curls, my mama told me, honey, you've got more than other girls. Now you may not be good looking, but you soon wear diamond clips, and you never have to worry, 'cause you got them lucky lips. Lucky lips are always kissing, lucky lips are never blue. Lucky lips will always find a pair of lips that will be true. I don't need a four-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, or good luck charm. With lucky lips I'll always have Dean Mueller in my arms.
With lucky lips she'll always have... Okay, sorry. My ukulele bass, I had to fix it. With lucky lips she'll never have... All right.
No, I'll never get heartbroken, and I'll never sing the blues. And if I play that game of love, I know I just won't lose. When they spin that wheel of fortune, all I do is kiss my chips. And I know I pick the winner, 'cause I got them lucky lips. Lucky lips are always kissing, lucky lips are never blue. Lucky lips will always find a pair of lips that will be true. I don't need a four-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, or good luck charm. With lucky lips I'll always have a fellow in my arms.
With lucky lips she'll always have a fellow in her arms.
No, I'll never get heartbroken, then I'll never sing the blues. And when I play that game of love, I know I just won't lose. When they spin that wheel of fortune, all I do is kiss my chips. And I know that I pick the winner, 'cause I got them lucky lips. Lucky lips are always kissing, lucky lips are never blue. Lucky lips will always find a pair of lips that will be true. I don't need a four-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, or good luck charm. With lucky lips I'll always have a fellow in my arms.
With lucky lips she'll always have a fellow in her arms.
With lucky lips I'll always have a fellow in my arms.
All right. Lucky lips.
Aloha.
All right. Actually, I'm not Curtis Delgado, so let's just get that off the screen.
Thanks for joining us, Curtis. Thanks everybody
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Wow.
What
We
was
can
that?
hear you all. That's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. That was Julie Amici singing that song for you. And my string came out of my nut because
I was wondering what you were doing.
These were very expensive instruments, as you can see. But I think it sounds good. It's kind of sounds like an upright, so I'm down with it.
He's the Duke of Uke, but they are like rubber band boing strings. Boing. So it just
How's
popped
that
right
go?
out.
It did.
Boing.
Get your phone ready there to text the guy. So we miss playing with everybody. We miss the audience a ton, obviously, and then Thad Beckman, Adam Scramstead, Carlton Jackson, Ellen Hager. We miss Chris and Duffy, playing with them. I had a bunch of gigs lined up this summer, and who knows if any of them will happen. You know, it could happen. This could go away. We could inject Lysol or something and do interesting thing with UV lights. That's why we're in Hawaii. We're not, no sunscreen. We're just going to go out there and expose our bodies to UV light.
I'm going to point my butt right at the sun.
Yeah. And did you do it?
I did. And
okay, cool.
You know what?
What's
that?
Oh, man.
You were supposed to turn the ringer off.
I'm sorry, people. Let me check this. It might be my mom. Huh. Wow. What do we have here?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, look at that. Hey.
Hi, Alan. It's Alan Hager.
I'm stuck on the mainland. You guys didn't take me with you.
Oh,
we're really sorry about that.
Oh, you would have fit right here in the middle of us, just sitting right on our couch.
Well, that would be good. Actually, right now, all I can see is Dean, and I'd much rather... There's Julie. I'd much rather see Julie.
Do you want to lay? I got one for you.
Hey, I've been waiting for you to say that for years.
I've got an extra. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. My favorite color. That's cool.
Hey,
you know, I was really bummed when you did Lucky Lips. I was bummed because I didn't get to do it with you. And I also didn't get to hear Julie say my name in the middle of it.
I know.
And I also didn't get to ridicule you when she said your name in it, too.
I know. We have fun, don't we?
Yes, it is always fun time to play with you, too. Yeah. I can't believe you made it to Hawaii. I'm dumbfounded, man.
Well, you know, like I said, we got Lysol, and the flights were empty, and we just decided to do it.
And you know, earlier in the show, when you were showing the John Prine book, it was really cool because it looked like some of those photographs, he was actually in Hawaii with you. You know, I don't know how that worked, but it was amazing.
It was crazy. Oh, it's really bright right now. It's so hot.
You know, some people would say maybe that it was John Prine's spirit that was with you. Yeah. And hey, I'm not going to deny that.
Well, I tell you what.
I think you're right.
I'm going to raise a glass myself to John Prine.
All right. I'll raise my giant coffee mug here.
Right on. Everyone out there.
Cheers.
We want you all to raise a glass right now to John Prine. Cheers. And
you know, I heard
again, we're doing I don't know if you know this, Alan, but we've got doing our CD release. Unfortunately, it's just going to be Julie and I, which of course we would love to have you, and we had that planned. But Jason Wilbur is going to be our interview guest next week, so
that's cool.
We're excited.
Yeah, no, I'm totally psyched for you guys because this is like your first official full-length recording. I know you did the one earlier, but that was sort of like an extra play or whatever they call those things. This is cool because you got a bunch of tunes with different people on it in sort of different categories, which I think is nice.
Well, it was great to have you on it, that's for sure. We really appreciate that.
Yep.
Well, it was fun for me, too. I'm glad you guys asked me to do it, and I'm glad you didn't end up erasing me like, you know, most people just dump my tracks.
Nah, I don't think so. What are you up to these days? Are you teaching or?
Yeah, I'm the official Skype teacher now. And, you know, I've done Skype lessons before in the past, but they've always been intermittent, you know. So now a number of my students have come back because obviously you can't do anything, you know, live with real human beings anymore. So they're virtual guitar lessons, I guess you call them. I refer to them as faded facsimiles.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a mean way, but, you know, the ability to really connect with a student, especially if you're trying to make music together. If one guy's trying to improvise, it does not work because of the latency that's built into, all of this technology, which is wonderful. But anyway, so yes, I'm teaching. Obviously, I'm not gigging. And, I heard some of what Curtis was saying. And every musician I've talked to is seriously bumming. And it's not just a financial thing. I mean, that's obviously a huge concern for all of us. But most of us musicians, and certainly for me, and I know for a fact Curtis also, we truly, truly love the connection thing that happens with a live audience. And it's been hard, man. It's been really difficult to not be doing that and not feel that energy coming back from the crowd.
Right.
So,
Well,
and, I know Curtis mentioned our trip to Guam and Saipan, and that at this point, that's our last gig, and I hope it's not truly our last. I hope we all get at some point able back out to do it again.
Yeah. Well, speaking of audiences and connecting, a lot of people are saying hello to you and hope you're doing well, and so.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm hanging in there. I also run, so every day I'm out and I'm running, and actually, it's a miracle. Last year at this time, I was totally injured. I wasn't able to run for 6 full months. So I've run every day that Curtis and I have been home. So today was day 36 in a row.
wow.
So that part's good. And, I know some people don't think we should be out, but, I stay away from everybody.
Yeah.
And, I run as far away from other humans as I can. But it's something I need, I'm telling you, for my own sanity. It keeps me from going to places that aren't so good to go, if you get my drift.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, so on the teaching, just for a second, if somebody's out there watching right now and they want to get a lesson from Alan Hager, how do they do that?
I was thinking about that earlier, and I think the easiest way would be for them just to connect up with me through Facebook. I'm on there. They can shoot me a note either through Messenger or even right on my page.
Okay.
And we can figure out a way I would give people my email or my phone number, but that's not a good thing to be doing,
Yes, this is going to live on the internet, so that's a good call. Well,
so
go ahead.
That's it. But I was just going to say, anybody that feels like they have some extra time and maybe wants to explore some musical things that they haven't had the time or opportunity to, I'm more than willing. And, the computer version is, it is what it is, as you young people say.
Yeah.
But, teaching is something I've been doing since I graduated from college, and it's actually something I enjoy. It is completely different from performing, but for me, it's sharing music in a different way. And so I treat it very seriously, and anybody that wants to join in, they can contact me.
Right on. Well, we're doing a lot of practicing around here. I guess the one upside of this is whatever you're working on, whatever you want to work on by yourself, if you're motivated, you got the time now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm on a 3 time a day practice routine, fairly strict, and I've been holding it pretty well. And I've started writing songs again, which is good. I had sort of a couple weeks when this first started, right after Curtis and I got back. Man, I had no creative juices whatsoever. I was practicing, and I can really focus well when I'm practicing, but creative juices were not flowing until a couple weeks ago, and now I've started writing again. One thing about your, I don't see any wildlife in your backdrop. I'm kind of bummed out. Like, I've been looking for, like, some tropical bird or something to fly by, but I haven't seen one animate creature other than Julie and Dean. Oh, there we go.
They're quarantined.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There's no breeze either. Those trees, you would think they'd be moving, but the sun's also setting very slow.
Yeah. Yes, it's very slow, and I was thinking, I didn't want to say anything and embarrass you guys, but I guess You should just be aware of it. You know,
Okay.
be aware of your surroundings.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, it's great to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to playing music with you when that day comes, which I'm sure it will. I'm confident.
Well, I remain hopeful too, Dean and Julie, and I love both of you. And the next time will not be soon enough, as far as I'm concerned.
Right on.
And I love everybody. I truly miss seeing people out when we're playing. It is a very real passion for me. So please, everybody be safe. Let's get our asses out of this and back to some form of normalcy.
Sounds good. All right. Love you, man. Nice to talk.
Take,
Thanks for calling.
hey,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure, man. My pleasure.
All right.
It's
Bye.
great. See you later. Bye.
Bye bye. All right. That was the one and only Alan Hager.
Yay! Thanks for joining us, Alan.
Where's our screen here? I hope we're still on.
We're still on. Somebody asked about Muddy. If Muddy was on.
Ah. Well, you work that out. I'm gonna look at something here because our screen was all of a sudden really small.
Our screen got small.
Make it-
Technical difficulties. It's okay.
Interesting.
That happens sometimes.
There we go.
And now it's back. It must be like because we're halfway across the world in Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult.
You know, I keep forgetting something, and that's because this stuff is hard to do, actually. But up in that corner there's a link for the happy hour. And as always, we've got a couple tunes for you. But mostly what we want to do is give you this pre-offer for the CD. So if you order between now and next Friday, we'll ship it. We'll autograph the CD. You can just get the downloads if you want. And we're including a couple of songs of Julie singing some Patsy Cline tunes for you.
Yeah.
And so please, even if you've done it in the past, click on that link. You'll get something new and different. I should have said that like 10 times already. So you all just have to remember to do that. And that would be great because I have to figure out somehow to sell the 1,000 CDs that I have in the basement.
Well,
usually we sell them at live gigs, and there are no live gigs. So, yeah. Anyway, not that our problems are any worse than others. We're actually really lucky. We're in Hawaii, for crying out loud. That was Alan Hager. Please give us a lot of thumbs up for Alan Hager. It was great to hear from him, certainly. And Curtis Salgado before that. And then next week again, Jason Wilbur, John Prine's guitar player for the last 24, 25 years, will be here. And we're going to play all our stuff from the album. And unfortunately, we won't have Thad and Alan here and Chris Carlson, who also played on that record.
you mean this record?
Oh, yeah, it's called I Loved You So. And up there is the offer. Click it. It's right there, I think.
Click away.
Okay.
All right. What are we going to do now?
Well, this is a nice song we're going to do, and I'm going to play some guitar. You know, I talked to Alan about playing guitar, and I've been playing a lot, so that's good. And I'd plug this in, but I'm worried about it not working, so we're just going to do it. So this is a song that Waylon Jennings wrote, and it's particularly appropriate. It's about storms that, eventually go away. And I heard this first. I actually didn't hear Waylon Jennings do it till I did some more research on the song, and I heard John Prine do it with Leanne Womack on the For Better or Worse album, which is a great album of duets that John Prine did. And since we're doing the duet thing right now, we're just kind of going through that album. And we also want to do something different every week. And so we're having to learn a bunch of new music, which is very cool. So that's what we're doing with our time, besides writing more tunes. And one of the songs that's in the Happy Hour download, that link tonight, is a song called Don't Drift Away, which I wrote, and Alan Hager played guitar on that. And it's just a demo. It's not a release, but it's a sweet song, and I've gotten a lot of nice feedback on it. So if you want to check that out, I'd love to hear what you think about it. All right.
Okay.
So
From Hawaii, here's Storms Never Last.
one more time. Here we go.
Storms never last.
All right. She's so good.
It's live.
Up one, two, up one, two. Storms never last, do they, baby? Bad times will pass with the wind. Your hand in mine steals the thunder. You make the sun, I wanna shine.
Oh, I followed you down so many roads. Baby, I picked wildflowers and sang you soft, sad songs.
And every road we took, God knows our search was for the truth. And the storm brewing now won't be the last. Storms never last, do they, baby? Bad times all pass with the wind. Your hand in mine steals the thunder. You make the sun, I wanna shine. I ran out of breath. That's my slide guitar. Storms never last, do they, baby? Bad times will pass with the wind. Your hand in mine steals the thunder. You make the sun, I wanna shine. Let's do that again. Storms never last, do they, baby? Bad times all pass with the wind. Your hand in mine steals the thunder. You make the sun, I wanna shine. You make the sun, I wanna shine. All right.
Aloha. Mahalo, mahalo.
The storm will pass. The storm will pass.
We love Hawaii.
Soon. We love it here.
Everyone there is so nice. I love
here,
going
everyone
there.
here, you mean?
Everyone over in Hawaii, because we're on Maui. I mean,
Really? I thought we were.
oh, are we over? I'm confused where we are. We are on the Big Island. We are on.
So
Yeah, everyone here is so nice.
That's what I was saying.
You go to get a stamp at the grocery store, and they're just like, "Where are you from?" Everybody's so nice.
Did you do that in the
No.
Akani thing? No.
Oh no.
That's why we have this.
We do have, as usual, some local promotions. We like to do the promotion thing. Once again, thank you for our sponsors, Deer Island Studios, who did our photography and everything, for sponsoring us to come to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And also, if you're hungry, you can go to Niakani Bistro, which is here in which is where we're from in Manzanita, on the Oregon coast, Niakani Bistro, and they have an amazing menu. It's nknbistro.com. Isha and his mother Lynn run it, and it's amazing. They have truffled fries, and every night is like some incredible, delicious bistro thing. So nknbistro.com. Please support and shop at local small businesses. We really need it right now. They do curbside takeout. They'll come right out to your car and give it to you. So nknbistro.com in Manzanita, Oregon. Oh yes, and T-Spot is another local store in Manzanita, and they have an assortment of goodies, and she's going live on April 27th. So if you go to Facebook and go to T-Spot, just like G-Spot, T-Spot, Manzanita, Oregon, Ina is going to do a live shop-a-thon, and it's very fun. So you should check that out.
Women really like when you go there
Money.
to the G spot or the T spot to shop.
Stop it!
Well, they do.
Speaking of which, I think...
You like it every time I go there. All right, we're gonna.
Oh, no. Sit. Sit.
We're gonna get that out of the way. Because we got Muddy here.
We were able to get him super fast quarantined, and here he is.
Yeah, they
Hi,
really.
Bob. Aww.
They really worked with us on
Sit.
the whole
Sit.
dog thing.
Say hi to everybody.
Okay.
He rode right next to us on the
He doesn't
plane
know
because
what to
he's a special dog.
Yeah, isn't he special?
He's a little confused still about how hot it is here because he has such a big coat.
He doesn't know where to look.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him to look at the camera. We know where the camera is.
All
Okay.
right.
Hey, Muddy.
Okay.
Muddy. Sit.
Sit.
There you go. Right. Look at the camera. All right. That's Muddy for the day.
Okay.
He doesn't really know this, but
Gently.
if we could have somebody
Go lay
else
down.
here in Hawaii with
Go lay
us.
Lay down.
Yeah. Go on. Anyway, it's great to have you guys here, and thanks really for joining us. We really appreciate it. And again, next week we'll be here again, and we're going to do all original songs from our album. And you can get the pre-release offer up there if you click on the link up there. And yeah, I'll be playing the guitar parts that Thad Beckman and Alan Hager played on the songs, and the bass too. So yeah, and Chris Carlson. Actually, I won't be playing like any of those guys because that is impossible, especially for me. So, but I'll do my best, and it'll sound good. I might even sing for you. I've been working on singing lately. I think it's getting better.
Isn't he doing amazing?
Anyway, maybe I'll sing an original song for you next week as well. I've
Give
got
us some hearts and likes if you want some original songs by Dean Hawaii Mueller here.
Yeah, I've got about 10 that I'm working on right now. Actually, it's about a dozen. I might put out a solo album. You know, I've been thinking, how do you record an album? And this is the definitive time to do a solo album because you can't be in the room with anyone else. So Julie's going to sing on it, and I'll probably play all the instruments. So.
Hey, I can play ukulele now, almost.
Oh, and we want to give another shout out to Chris and Duffy. Their show is always great. We really appreciate them and all the people that they promote and mention on their show, including our show. And so we absolutely love you, Chris and Duffy, and I know many of these people that are watching us now do too. They also have a CD coming out May 29th, I believe, is the date. But they'll clue you in, and I'm sure you can get access to their CD and so forth. And we might even be able to help them with that. So support your local artists if you can. I know a lot of people are in the same boat. But if you want to click up there, there's free music and then also the offer. So the next thing we're going to do is a Bob Dylan song. Because Bob Dylan. And but our version's a little different, and it's actually kind of based on a version that Joan Osborne did. Joan Osborne is one of my favorite female singers, I gotta say. Besides, I mean, Julie's my favorite.
It's okay. But
Joan Osborne she's got it going. Anyway, we saw her play at, I think it was the Alberta Rose.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, we saw her at the Waterfront Blues Festival too several years ago with the Holmes brothers, and she's fantastic.
And saw her with the Dead a bunch of times. Anyway, she's great, and that's where we got this version, which is it's got the same lyrics but a completely different vibe. So here we go. and a different intro. This is where we got the intro. Here we go.
Where they stone you when you try to be so good, and they stone you just like they said they would. Where they stone you when you try to save your seat, and they stone you when you're shuffling your feet. Oh, but I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Where they stone you when you're at the breakfast table, and they stone you because you are young and able. Where they stone you when you're playing your guitar, and they stone you when you're driving in your car. Oh, but I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Ooh, yeah. Where they stone you when you try to make a buck, and then they'll stone you and say, hey man, good luck. Where they stone you when you walk across the floor, and they stone you when you're walking out that door. Oh, but I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Oh, yeah.
I'll do a solo.
Where they stone you when you're trying to be so good, and they stone you just like they said they would. Where they stone you when you try to make a buck, and then they stone you and say, hey man, good luck. Oh, but I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned.
One more time. Yeah.
Aloha.
Everybody must get stoned.
Sorry, Mom.
Got some
Oh, wait.
good Hawaiian stuff out here, that's for sure.
They sure do.
That's why I got my sunglasses on. It's an old trick I learned in high school.
All right.
All right. So again, you can click on that link up there for free music, we like to call it, but mostly what we're doing is trying to steer you towards our CD. That's the marketing thing we're doing. Yeah.
Got to, eh?
It's a great CD, and we really appreciate everyone that was on it. Dave Fleshner, which I haven't mentioned, Chris Carlson, Alan Hager, Thad Beckman, of course, Julie is the star singer. I'm the other singer, and then our producer, Alan Jones, who did an outstanding job and played the drums, too.
Yeah, he did. I just realized something. I can't say it right now.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'll tell you some other time, but I just realized something really funny.
Really?
Maybe it's the weed.
You
No, I'm just
can't
kidding.
do that. I don't know.
I know, I really can't though, but I just realized something. Sorry.
Well, okay.
Hi,
All right, we've got a lot of people here. I had to wear my sunglasses today, so I can't see who's there, but I know Pam is out there. Pam and Tom and Cherie's probably out there. Andy, you've been noticing people.
Oh yeah.
And Shelley is always our number one fan. We're going to miss you at the Waterfront Blues Festival, and we're certainly going to miss all our people up in Port Townsend at that festival. These are our family. So there's the gigs at the Lake Theater and all the senior centers and the festivals. And then there's our other family. Hi, Mom and Dad. We just canceled the trip. We were supposed to go there for May 1st, but we came to Hawaii instead. Not instead. Just
Hi,
and
Susan.
anyway, love you all. I think we might be done unless there's something else you want to do.
Does anybody want to hear me embarrass myself on the ukulele again? Hey, come on! Who knows? We might not make it
It's
till
Hawaii.
next Friday.
Nobody's very uptight about it. There's this, by the way, just so you know, there's like a delay of like 20 seconds for us to actually see the hearts. So just everyone right now, just do a bunch of hearts, and I'll tell you when. It's just an experiment. I'll tell you when we see them. That's
All right, yeah. Manzanita Radio loves us. Well, thank you. We really appreciate that while we're in Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, look it.
It's
There,
so hot here.
There they come.
Oh, there they come.
I would say that was about 20 seconds. Yeah. I would say that was about 20 seconds. Oh, there's more. Wow.
Oh, nice.
All right. And there's always stuff we forget to say. But wow, thank you. We love you guys.
We love you.
Wow. There's even more hearts.
All right.
So try to share our show next week if you could. Watch parties are not the way to do it. They are afterwards, but share the show, invite your friends. It's our big CD release party, so we're trying to get 1 million views. And I think you can help us do that. Yeah, 1 million views.
That would be spectacular.
We set high standards around here. And let's see.
We sure do.
One more.
One more, please.
We will. Love you too. Oh, man. All right. We're getting a lot of
Aw.
love. So I'm just going to step aside Actually, I'm not going to step aside. I'm just going to grab my drink and chill out and listen to something beautiful.
All right.
Because we got a beautiful person
All
here
right.
that's going to sing something for you.
All right. Just wait 1 second while I move some things around. All right. We've got this really fun thing we brought on the plane. Okay. So I've been playing this song all week. And the ukulele is, it's actually a great instrument. It's, fairly easy to start off with. But sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking starting to play on a new instrument. But like Alan Hager said, who joined us, which was so nice that he joined us. Thank you, Alan
Yes,
Hager.
thanks, Curtis, also.
Yes, thank you, Curtis.
Next week, it's Jason Wilbur?
Jason
The
Wilbur.
one and only?
Yeah,
I would not miss that if I were you.
Jason's a great American recording artist, singer, songwriter, guitarist, and has been in the John Prine band for 24 years. The lead guitarist for that, and we have some of Jason's albums, and they're really beautifully
They're
written.
fabulous. And
So tune in next week.
we'll hear what he's going to be doing next and support it for sure.
Somewhere lava melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, why, oh, why can't I? Well, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, ooh,
Bravo!
aloha.
Mahalo, everyone, for coming. Thank you for tuning in. This was an hour long. I know there was a lot of chit chat, but we really appreciated having Alan and Curtis join us, and that was really lovely.
Hope you liked it. Thank you.
Thank you for that, and thank you all for tuning in. And I think you're supposed to go like this.
I think
I'm not sure if it's down or up. Check. What do
it's
you
all
say?
okay, actually. It's literally all good.
All right. Well, we are going to check out now, and thank you so much for tuning in. And let's give him a pose. Let's give
All
him
right.
like a pose.
See you. See you next week. Thank you, guys.
I'm not sure why we're doing that.
All
But
right.
we love
Hang
you.
in. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
All right.